Hello, hello, and Happy New Year. I'm so excited to be back after a couple of weeks to do a collective New Year's reading for you all. So, really excited if you have decided to hop in and join. Trust me, there is something in here especially for you. So, if you have the space and the time to sit down, to ground, or to just ground right where you are, let's take a few deep breaths together and we'll start diving into what the cards have to say. Hmm. If you're sitting, maybe allowing your sit bones to grow a little bit heavier, your shoulders to drop away from your ears. Feel the weight of your elbows and your forearms. Soften your hands, your jaw, all the muscles of your face. And with this next breath, calling in your energy, calling it in from any activity or interaction or circumstance that has pulled some of you out of yourself. Let's just bring it back right now. Inhaling and seeing all of those tendrils like they're recoiling back into your being. You arrive here whole. And perhaps setting an intention, whatever seems right for you, setting an intention for how you would like to receive the messages of this reading and the embodiment practices, the energy healing, the intention you have for something you would like to receive or how you would like to receive it right now. Okay, and with that, we will jump on in. So, of course, I'm recording this on New Year's Eve. So, of course, the questions on everyone's mind is looking forward into 2021. And I would specifically love to ask the cards for any messages for our collective community here around stepping into the medicine of 2021, what it is that we are ready to learn as we transition into this new year. Oh, okay. So the first card that came out is the Star. Oh, I forgot to mention, I have a new deck. This is the Prisma Illusions tarot. So if you like what you're seeing here, go ahead and check that out. It is an absolutely stunning deck that wanted to jump right in for this reading today. So, okay. First card that came out is the Star. Out of any card in the tarot, this is our card that invites us into healing on a nervous system level. And this works in a few ways. It invites us to acknowledge that we are vibrational beings, that we interact with everything around us in a vibrational way. And that with that, there is the potential for healing right here, right now, because the universe wants to hold us, because we are stardust, because there is this vibration within us, this part of our nervous system, the parasympathetic nervous system, that is designed for healing. So, right now, whatever is happening as we move into 2021, our bodies, our hearts, our souls are ready to learn what it looks like to invite healing in like a daily way, to be with it, not just when you work with your therapist or when you get a massage or, whatever your healing modalities are. Not that those aren't still going to be very important, but to acknowledge that like the elements of healing are accessible to us always, being held by the earth, our own hands on our body. There's so many small ways that we can be with that, and specifically tuning into the vibrational aspect of it. Now, when I talk about vibration, I really like to distinguish between this sort of pop spirituality, like high vibe kind of mentality, because that can get to a place of like hierarchy and elitism. And especially with this being a Hierophant year, we are actually moving out of that. We are dismantling hierarchies, okay? So when I'm talking about like tuning into healing vibrations, your healing vibration may be doing shadow work. It may be stepping into a connection with your inner child. It may be finding ease, finding rest, finding that vibration. So vibrations are interacting with each other all the time. We show up into a space, and just as an example, we're stepping into a space with another human being. Their energy body is giving off a vibration. Our energy body is giving off a vibration. Together, those vibrations actually merge and create something new. So when we're working with healing, this is all about how we interact with the energies around us to merge our vibrations with them. When we light a candle, we've just created a vibration that we can then be with. And especially if we can be with it with presence, that is where that parasympathetic nervous system comes online to say, ooh, there's something on here right now that I can integrate in a healing way. So it's all about intention, and it can be very small, and it can also be very big. If you've been feeling that pull to engage with some sort of healing modality, to engage with a particular healer in some way, like this is an affirmation that like, yes, this is a time for healing. And we are stepping into 2021 ready to learn what healing we need right now, both as individuals and on a collective level too. This came out with the Three of Wands, which is part of the, so interesting getting the reflection from my light on these candles or on these cards because they're so shiny. So the Three of Wands mingling with the star is more of a confirmation that we are engaging with something right now that is blessed, that has the blessing of spirit. And it may be something new that we are starting to work with. And especially, you know, threes are a coming together. We've got two different entities coming together to create a third. We have two wands whose lights, or we can think of them as candles. You know, we've got two candles coming together to light a third candle that is simultaneously bringing together those vibrational energies and starting to create something new from it. So especially right now, if you're feeling pulled, like I said, to engage with whether it's, you know, learning something new or creating something new that is going to have you engaging with the world in different ways, engaging with people or engaging with your tools, whatever you use for work, in a slightly different way. Like there's momentum behind this right now. There's blessing behind this, and spirit wants to see what is going to come through when you dedicate yourself to it. The Three of Wands, wands in general, they do ask us to dedicate ourselves in some way to it, to set time aside for this creative process where we come together with whatever this new inspiration is and see what wants to come through in a way that is not demanding, that is not, has a lot of expectations around it. Like threes are still pretty early on in the wand suit. We're not trying to get there yet, you know, like there is a newness, which is, so beautiful and fitting coming into the new year. There's a newness. We often have things that we are looking to shift or engage with in different ways right now. So trust your intuition around this. Trust the feelings that you get when you move towards whatever the change is that you're looking to make. You know, notice that and let your body kind of be your guide when you interact with your notebook or your computer. You know, like what's the energy like? And if there's a sense of disconnect between it, where you're not actually merging and blending in a way that allows you to create something new, notice that and see if there might be a way that you could feel into to subtly shift it, so that even in this creative process, you can be in a space of healing. I mean, and that's like may sound crazy right now. Like I'm staring at a computer screen. I'm using this tool of a computer and a camera and these lights and all of this stuff. And yet there is a vibration here with me and a vibration with the screen and with you on the other side of whatever device you are on, where we are coming together and creating something new right now. So trusting your own instincts on where that is pulling you and knowing that with these two cards coming out, it has the potential to be both radically healing and radically transformative. It has the potential to not just soothe you, but to create something new coming up and out. Okay, I think there's just one more card actually that wants to come out with this one. So let's see what that is. Justice. Okay. The Justice card in this deck, I think, is one of the most beautiful representations of it I have seen yet. We have the image of this snake that is simultaneously being cut by this sword while it is biting the hand of the person who it appears was holding it, but actually the sword has some agency at this point right now. So what we're working with in Justice are themes of truth and balance. One thing happens and another follows. We have a little cause and effect energy when we're working with justice. The Justice card asks us to step back and to take a look, and this is a good time to do this, to do a little review of the energy that you have put in over the last year and the energy that you have received in return. One thing I always like to add is a little addendum to this. I do not believe that bad things happening are our fault. There can be a sense of empowerment for some people that comes along with the sense of if I create energy here, then I'm going to create changes outside of me as well. And I think that's beautiful if it works for you. It's not a way I like to engage with the energy of justice because I do believe that there are lots of external forces and we're not necessarily being called to control all of them, okay? But there are ways in which the actions that we have taken have created results. You know, yeah, there are those places where this is happening, and what we have received as well has created results within us. So this is a moment to kind of look at that balance of what have we been taking in, what have we been giving out, and what have we been taking in that is just for us too. The name of it being justice can sometimes create this, and actually I think it is inviting us right now to look at this on a little bit of a societal standpoint. Like this might be about what's happening in your life. But there's also an invitation to zoom out even more as we enter into this new year and take in the medicine of like what has been happening for us culturally. What impacts has it had both on our communities and you as an individual? And how might you choose to move forward? Seeing this clearly, there's a sense, the glowing sword in this image, I think is really important because it represents clarity. It represents the truth of what's actually here right now, not what we want to see, not what we wish was here, but what is actually here right now, because that is the only way that we can step forward into aligned action. And the star and justice work really powerfully together. They are super important partners for each other because we can have a hard time being with what is actually true when we have healing to do, when our nervous system is activated, when we're in a fight, flight, freeze, or fawn mode. It's really difficult at times to actually get clear on it. And maybe you need to call in some support around it. And maybe that support looks like picking up your pen and journaling until there's some clarity that you've created from within yourself. So Justice asks us to move forward into 2021 with a wide lens of clarity that says, this is what's here, and we have choice in how we want to move forward. And we don't need to linger. This is so important. We don't need to linger in a space of shame around the choices that we have made and the results that they have had. It does not serve us. It doesn't help to hang out in that space. We can honor that emotion wants to come up. We can honor whatever part of ourselves, perhaps that inner child who just really wants to have never made a mistake ever because that felt so scary and dangerous. We can honor the feeling, but then when we're choosing how we move forward, let's invite ourselves into the vibration of acceptance, into the acknowledgement that we are all human, that we are all going to make mistakes, and what matters is what we choose to do next. Okay. So I'm getting the feeling that I want to focus on cultivating more of the star energy for some embodiment, since that is such a powerful support for both Three of Wands and justice work. So we are going to tap into some energy healing right now. I'm just going to open up a channel. And as always, I'm going to ask my guides if they would support this and this energy arriving to you at exactly the time and place that it is that you are destined to be listening to this. Whether you have the space to settle into stillness, I will guide a little meditative experience as I send this energy to you, or perhaps you are moving on the go as you listen and just knowing that right now, there is this cocoon of light wrapping itself around you, that you are welcomed here as your full human self. That divine energy wants to support you, wants to support the activation of your own healing power. All healing starts from within. We are all equipped with the vibrations that knit back together what has been severed, that creates new life from difficult building blocks. We are vibration. Everything around us is vibration. And right now, this energy is seeping into everything that surrounds you, physically and energetically. This healing life force is coming in, and you might start to see this in your mind's eye. Notice what color the light is. Notice what it pulls itself and attaches to first. It's going to go everywhere, though, outside of you, around you, and then within you. And you get to choose. You get to choose when and how you receive this. You may drink it in with a huge, deep breath. You may open your arms and receive it with an open heart. You may turn your gaze up to your third eye and see what this energy wants you to know right now. And wherever you are, however you are opening to this, however you are interacting with the vibration of healing that moves through you and around you right now, breathe. Breathe in, knowing that you are loved. And breathe out, knowing that you are safe. You are loved. And you are safe. There's nothing that you need to do to create this. It is. You are. Whatever it feels like right now, again, honor the feeling and invite yourself into whatever clear truth wants to be here for you right now. I'm getting the sense for some of you that stillness may be a little uncomfortable, so please feel free to find some movement, especially a rocking motion. You can go just a little forward and back, maybe side to side. Let your body lead you. This wave-like vibrational movement start to invite that parasympathetic nervous system online. Engage with this moment. Let you, your energy, and the vibration of this moment come together to create something new. Let your breath follow the motion of your body. If you have space, stay in this for as long as feels good to your being. If it's time for you to move on with your day, take 3 more breaths. Thank you for joining me, my dears. Hope you have a wonderful, blessed new year.